So you're doing 8 shows over the course of the Fringe.
I think so. I'll take your word for that. I haven't thought about that much.
I've got the administration side of it covered.
Right, good.
So I guess the way that you work, the show's going to be quite different from night to night. Or
Look, particularly the first 3 or 4, yes, there'll be a lot of. Look, it's a cop out in a way, but I let the audience edit my shows for me, and if they don't laugh, I leave it out, and if they do laugh, I try and make it better. So, and the older I get, there's not so many options for leaving things out. I'm a bit quicker to get things sorted out now. But yeah, look, I enjoy being on stage, and I enjoy those moments where I don't know what's going to happen and the audience clearly doesn't know what's going to happen. And sometimes we start walking down a path together that I haven't been down before and they haven't, and we're very happy and we're holding hands and we're laughing. And then we get to the end and it's a dead end, and I've got to drag them all the way back, and they're going, well, why did we go down there with you? So yeah, but those are the things that make it fun. I mean, I've done shows in the past where seasons of 3 months, 5 nights a week of basically the same show. And I'd get up on stage and I'd be thinking about what I had to buy on the way home while I was performing. Have you ever got to that stage with your performance? Yeah. And when it's that automatic, you really feel, no.
But that happens to me a lot in yoga.
I've never tried yoga.
Well, don't. You'll spend most of the time thinking about what you're going to have for dinner.
Oh, that's not supposed to happen, though.
No,
is
I
it?
don't think
No,
so. I'm at peace with it, though.
Oh, good. Okay, all right.
I think that's how it's
and only vegan things.
You're right.
Only vegan things.
Avocados.
Yes, good.
As you mentioned, political comedy, it's absolutely, undoubtedly your shtick. Politicians are constantly embarrassing themselves. Do you ever fear
it's too easy.
Yeah, that's right.
Much too easy. Yeah, absolutely, much too easy. So, and look, I'm not averse to an easy joke. I think that's only fair at my time of life. And but I think, look, what I like to do, because a lot of comedians are doing political humour now, and there's a terrific night up in Brunswick on the second Sunday of the month called Political Asylum, and there are some great political comedians around who are much too political to ever get anywhere. Channel 10's not going to touch them, and FM radio won't touch them, and so that's the end of their careers, really. They'll struggle on talking to small groups of people about really interesting things. But there's, you've got somebody like Joe Hockey who's just a joke. I mean, it's incredible that man should be in charge of anything bigger than a money box, but he's actually in charge of the entire economy. I wouldn't let him loose with a penny, let alone, $1 trillion. But you get to a point where making a joke about a joke is a bit pointless, really. So people like Joe Hockey, I don't worry too much about him, and he'll dig his own grave very quickly. But it's what underlies it. It's the forces that allow those people to get into power and stay in power and to do the things they do. So that's what really interests me. That's not funny, but then my job is to make that funny. Yeah. So I'll be talking about Murdoch and the Institute of Public Affairs and Gina Reinhardt and the mining industry, and so I have a burden I carry of wanting to educate the public while I do comedy.
I think that's very noble.
It's better than thinking about your shopping list.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think you're right. I think maybe...
I am. Thank you for agreeing with me. That's very good of you.
You're so very welcome. So welcome.
Very good.
When can we see Invitation to Revolution?
You can see that sometime in September, but I couldn't tell you. I think might be the 23rd it starts or something.
It sounds right.
Yeah, roughly. Yeah, go to these are young people who watch this. They can look it up on the web.
And where?
At the Lithuanian Club, the best venue in the Fringe, I think. It's a really wacky place. Yeah, and I have a brother-in-law who's been a committee member at the Lithuanian Club for many years. And
I have
his
wonderful
mother was a member.
honey vodka.
Yeah, so I'm in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in.
If that's not enough of an invitation, I don't know what is.
Well, exactly. Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you so much for joining us. And
A great pleasure.
To seeing the show.
Very nice. And good luck. Tell us about your show.
All right, here we go.
Where are you on?
Okay.
What are you doing?
My show is called Inanimately.
Yes.
And it is a piece of the stand-up comedy. In fact, I have not yet imagined that I will be sitting at any point, so it is true to form. How do you find that? Do you sit much? Do you have a stall?
Oh, I'm a pioneer of sit-down comedy.
Yeah.
I mean, you're still
You
in
are,
that
of course.
stand-up stage.
Yeah, I know.
But as you get
I'm not
older,
ready to rock the boat.
you will start looking for chairs, whether they're art or not.
Things
You
to
just want something to sit on.
to.
It's very tiring after an hour.
I like if you've
Yeah.
got furniture. It's mixed medium if you've got furniture in there as well.
That's true, yeah.
You're probably eligible for more rewards,
I
potentially
could probably
government
get
funding.
an art council grant because of cross-platform, multimedia, all that crap.
I think you probably can.
Yeah, I mean, okay, Harbs, thanks for thinking of it. Anyway, I better go.
All right.
All right, I'll see you
Thanks so
later.
much.
Thanks
See
for
you.
coming.
Bye.
It's really nice
Thank
to
you
meet
very
you all.
much.
Okay, bye. That's the door opening and...